Next item on the agenda is a report by Alderman Rosenthal concerning McDonald Creek bank erosion and consideration of a committee for the preservation of McDonald Creek.
Yeah, very quickly, I met with the neighborhood prior to my travels. They want to get involved again. At one time there was a committee going back before my time and a lot of people's time, and somehow the committee was dissolved, and the work that they did, what they were told was going to be carried out through some other entity, which according to them never happened. So as a result of my meeting with that neighborhood, I came up with that document that you see in your agenda materials. They are anxious to move forward with it. Again, speaks to volunteerism, which I think we're all in favor, at least, of having that, given the limited staff that we have with the city. So what my recommendation would be at this point is that we, I guess, give this over to the administrator and working with legal counsel to come back at the next meeting with a, I guess, a proposed ordinance for creation of a committee to be, right now I'm calling it the preservation of McDonald Creek. In my meeting, it was focused in Ward 2 only, but I think this has implications of every ward that is along the creek, and it would be a more, if it comes to be, it would be a more inclusive kind of thing. I met with the Natural Resources Commission last week, shared with them what was going on and what get their thoughts and considerations of it. They're in favor of this happening, and they also said that they would lend any support in terms of expertise and reference to this committee as they decide on what kind of plantings and things have to be to prevent the erosion. Also, there's an issue of cleanup, and in my conversation with Administrator Wade, within the county or the MWRD, there's a small streams division that would address this. I reviewed the overall plan that was developed a few years ago about it, and in it McDonald Creek is mentioned, but mentioned in the sense of only being too small to be concerned, for them to be concerned about it. So I'd like to move forward with this. There's a group of volunteers that want to do this and get it moving.
Why not roll it into the commission we have?
The commission, that particular commission feels its priorities and where it's focusing is literally with the lake and the stream and the slough, and they can provide expertise to it. And at some point in the future, I envision, I look at our waterway in our city as an integrated system. We aren't there in terms of, I think, maturity yet of being able to do that. I think at some point in the future that will happen. And if these two groups can work together, their focus is a little different. And that's the reason why I'm not pushing that.
Well, but you have a group of volunteers for the McDonald Creek issue, right?
I have them, yeah.
Okay. Why not make them part of the full commission? They run the McDonald Creek,
yeah.
And the commission keeps going with their volunteers as to what they're doing now.
Because I think the missions are different between the two of them. They're complementary in the sense that they're trying to preserve the waterways, but I think here we have a group of volunteers who want to focus on the creek and repairing it, and they're just simply maybe different issues. I understand what you're saying about that, but I don't think the commission is ready yet to take on an additional work. They're doing a lot of different things, particularly with the Park District, when I had approached them some time ago, I think in the first year I was here, you know, their focus and their priority is really with restoring the natural content. While that's with the creek too, there's other parts of it. And I think just to get them to work at this point, get a group working is the important thing. And I can see why you're saying that, but I think in this situation, let's get them working, and we can always look at that later on in terms of consolidation.
Alderman Messer?
I have no objections to it.
Alderman Williamson?
I've been part of it before. It was a great idea.
Alderman Dolan?
I think it's a good idea.
What would their process be? I don't think we can vote on this tonight.
I'll speak to the city attorney about
Creating
the appropriate way to memorialize this, and and we'll come back to you. It might not be the 28th meeting, because we're coming up a short week on
Right, that's
Thanksgiving,
right.
But it very quickly.
It'll be the meeting in January, or in December.
Right.
All right, so we'll keep going at that
Thank
rate
you.
if that's acceptable.